Welcome everyone. Today we have a very interesting discovery that I want to share with you guys. So before we do anything, let's have a look over here. So this is a live demonstration of this particular discovery, and this can potentially be game changing. So before I do anything, look at my barrier bonus at the moment. So my barrier bonus is 103, right? So what's going to happen is I'm going to try to socket gems in right now for the same gems into the same socket. So I'll be socketing barrier gems. And have a look at my barrier bonus once I socket one gem. It goes from 103 to 115. And that's not all, guys. There's more. If I socket this gem in, it doesn't change, right? But if I socket on the top, it goes from 115 to 127. And we want over 120% barrier bonus for the maximum damage for the Spiritborn. And is that magic or what's happening? So a lot of my viewers has been asking me about this. And I did look into some of the Chinese content players who are doing this particular method and how to share this particular discovery with you guys, and maybe we can figure out what's happening. Is this snapshotting? And if you're missing a lot of bonus from your gems and also socketing. So coming over to this pit 150 foreman clear from Anhei Si Hei Wu Shi. So over here, this is going to be a slow mode of the replay of the players who cleared pit 150 and they speed clear this one before the patch. So one thing a lot of my viewers actually notice at the start of the pit, instead of running the pit, this player is actually, notice what he's doing, he is actually spending the time to socket the gems into the same socket. He's spending the time to socket the purple gem into the same purple socket, and then the dexterity gem into the dexterity socket. So what is the reason behind this? And I think at the start I kind of demonstrated to you guys. The reason they're doing this one is either the game is snapshotting, so they're getting additional stats, or maybe the game is not directly translating all the stats they have for the build. And what that means is the players, some of the Chinese players have been actively socketing the gems before the fight start, and this seems to be giving them more damage and also more stats. And of course, if they're not getting those bonus stats, why would they waste precious time when they want to push for the fastest pit clear, right? So this can be a hidden mechanics that I want to share with you guys, and this is quite interesting. Now, in order to take things a little further, let's do some testings with pit 150 with this particular method and without the method. So this particular round, pit 150, I'm going to start by socketing my gems just like what I showed you at the start of the video. We're copying from some of the Chinese content creators and they are doing this. And of course, I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but I'll just show you the time it took me to clear onto the boss. So this particular round, which I did this particular trick, let's see, have a look. So basically, I got the portal open with about 8 minutes and also 30 seconds to spare, I think. Yes, around 8 minutes and 29 seconds to spare using this particular method to open the portal. Now, of course, it is possible, guys, there are some disparities between monster density and also the type of monsters and also the shape of the map. So, of course, this is just a testing, right? So the second testing I'm going to show you guys over here is, this is me going to try the pit again without using the method I just shared with you guys. So here, we're not socketing the gems at the start of the fight. We're just going to the dungeon, we're going to pop all the potions, we're going to go into the dungeon, and here we're not going to use that method. So you can see after loading into the game, I did not try to socket my gems in to get snapshotting and also refresh my stats. And of course, again, the monster density, the map type can be a difference. But if I fast forward a little bit, you can see the time it took me to get to the boss. So last time I had 8 minutes and 30 seconds to spare. And this time it took me about 2 minutes longer. Now again, this is just a very quick testing between the method and monsters, can be easier, or maybe I was just a little lost. And what I'll do is I'll actually share you both of those particular replays so you can have a look at comparison at the end of this video. So here I was able to get to the boss, I was able to kill the boss quite quickly, but you can see the time it took me to take down the boss seems to be a little longer. And of course, using our build, we can still one-shot the boss, and here's the one-shot mechanics over here. We're still one-shotting the boss and also clearing pit 150. But maybe there's something special about this particular method, and maybe this is giving the Chinese players hidden higher stats, or maybe this is restoring the stats that we are missing because some interesting mechanics which we do not understand. Because there's no reason they will waste their time to do this, right? And it seems to be working for me. So to summarize the method I share with you guys, or the method we're learning, basically you open a pit, and then once you go into the pit, the first thing you should do is to actually resocket your gems for the same gems. If they're all purple, you resocket the purple gems. If they're all green, you resocket the green gems. So I'll show you. You come into the dungeon and then you go to the gems. You want to do this a little quickly to practice a little bit. So here, before I socket this in, let's have a look at my stats. 115, right? So I'm going to socket this in, and this goes to 127. And that is the method. And of course, we're learning from this particular Chinese player who actually sockets a different purple gem and also a different green gem into the sockets. And that is the method. Very simple, but after some testings, I do think we do a little more damage. Let me know in the comments below what do you guys think about this, and here I'll attach my testing replays to show you the comparison using this method and also without this method. Now before we finish the video, I do want to have a reminder and also disclosure. Not all the Chinese content creators are using this method, and right now with all the broken gears and everything, some of the Chinese content creators are just running directly into the dungeon without using this method. And as of now, the Chinese content creator have pushed down to 3 minutes per pit 150 clear, and they did not use this socketing method because I think it might take them a little longer time compared to killing monsters or actually just clear the dungeon. So just to be aware guys, if you want to min and max, you got to see how much damage you get from using this method versus how much time you lose from socketing the gems. So not all the Chinese content creators are doing this method.